Scene of a shooting in North Spokane this morning.
KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones arrived about 30 minutes ago. Brandon, this is the second
cars, and in a matter of seconds, one of the drivers pulls out a gun and starts shooting at the other driver. Businesses in the area.
Different shootings within 3 hours. Last night, Spokane police arrested a suspect in the fatal shooting of those.
Spokane police responded to a string of shootings overnight within a 2-hour period. One woman was shot overnight and was sent to the.
We back, and today we got some content for y'all, and I want y'all to know, man, this is just about my city, man. I be seeing a whole lot of this and that on the internet and on YouTube, and I seen this bullshit documentary, somebody calling us the suburbs and all that. So I just want to give y'all what I feel like it is from my point of view, you feel me? Now let's get into it. So just so y'all know, this is how and when the black people started coming to Spokane, Washington. Adelia Parker and her family escaped slavery by traveling through the Underground Railroad to Canada. 4 years later, in 1887, Spokane was home to 38 African Americans, and by the late 1800s, many African Americans were recruited from the South to work in the mining and railroads.
East Central is that village, a village whose history is largely forgotten.
First door, every house from there all the way down to Liberty Park was black owned.
We all knew each other. Kids all grew up together.
That's Betsy.
We all got whooped together.
An attempt to rebuild something his community lost years ago.
63 years here in the same neighborhood.
Yeah. That good old east side, baby. You know, that's where I'm from. I'm from the east side of Spokane, Washington. You know, the East Central District is what they would call it. But yeah, man, as you can see how old school was telling y'all everything back in like the early 70s and 80s and stuff like that. Everything around there was black owned. You know, that's just where all the black people such as myself, you know what I mean, they moved to, like my grandparents, my mother, you know, stuff like that. And that was back then. But we gonna push it up to like the 1990s to when it started getting cracking. You feel me?
What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
In the 90s, this weirdo had the whole city shook. This here is Robert Lee Yates. He's the most prolific serial killer in Washington state history, with at least 18 victims to his name. Mostly, these are prostitutes murdered during a 2-year span in the mid to late 90s in Spokane, Washington. You feel me? I'm telling you, bro, everybody was talking about him. He was just a cold weirdo. He had bodies in the front yard, backyard, but all ladies though. I don't think he killed no men. He's a coward. But not only in the 90s was it the serial killer, the weirdo, but in Spokane, it took a drastic hit when crack cocaine came around. It started becoming a zombie land. People started doing the drugs, and then families were just crushed and all kinds of shit. You feel me? While the drug epidemic was going on, boom, here come the gangs. And then, you know, they had the invasion of the Crips. They came, I want to say it was, you know, likes of the A-Trays, the Insanes, is some Crips from Compton, sprinkled out here and there, you feel me? Then there was also the Mexican gangs, the Serranos, and the Nortes. Now, I'm going to say that they weren't too deep in the 90s, but they were there, and then shortly after, they would gain their rep. You know what I mean? Y'all old hating niggas, get in the comments, let me know if I'm wrong. But last but not least, the G's.
GD4, GD4,
Now, with the mixture of all the gangs and the drugs, so you can only imagine the violence went up, you know what I'm saying? Young niggas getting money, you feel me? So the police started hating. real bad.
Spokane Police Department says the number of shootings have gone through the roof.
Compared to this same time last year, we've had almost 4 times as many shootings and drive-bys than we did last year.
Now, with all that happening with the gang violence, motherfuckers smoking crack and all that, in the 1998, Daryl E. Jackson would be caught with more than, I believe, y'all can fact check this, I believe more than 2.5 kilos of cooked up, rocked up hard. You know what I mean? This was one of the biggest drug busts that had to do with crack cocaine at the time in Spokane, Washington.
Cocaine and assault weapons. Today, Spokane police wrapped up a lengthy investigation. They arrested 23-year-old Joshua Hudgens, and the crack cocaine found in the apartments could have made about $1,200 on the streets.
Breaking news, I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. A major drug bust at a downtown Spokane hotel. And
as you can see, they decided to go hard on drugs or whatever they want to call it. But yeah, you know what I mean? This is part 1, you feel me? I'm going to come back at y'all and let y'all know what happened through the 2000s, through the 2010, you heard me? Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good shit, man. It's your baby mama's favorite fat nigga. I'm gone.